everyone. Here's our business news report. Manila. The Bureau of the Treasury on Tuesday partially awarded the 7-year Treasury bond as rates continue to increase. The rate of the debt paper rose to 6.943% from 6.428% previously. The BTR offered the T-bond for 35 billion and bids reached 54.105 billion. However, the auction committee only accepted 24.125 billion worth of tenders. The auction committee has been rejected bids for government securities, especially for treasury bills, as investors continue to ask for high yields. National Treasurer Rosaila De Leon traced the high yield demand to expectation for additional increase in the key rates of both the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and the Federal Reserve, both of which were aimed at taming the elevated inflation rate in their respective jurisdictions. While the bid's rejection means less fat vis-a-vis the government's borrowing program, De Leon said government revenue collection continued to improve and other capital raising exercise had been successful. Government banking institution has 5 categories. The first one is banking operation in general, the second one is Philippine National Bank, the third one is Land Bank of the Philippines, the fourth one is Development Bank of the Philippines, and the last one is Philippine Islamic Bank.
Banking operations in general. There seem to be various kinds of financial firms and banks that exist around the world today. Each of these institutions aim to provide distinct array of services, and it's not relatively rare for an institution to tailor its offerings to a specific market or type of investor. Banking operations, in another sense, refers to the practices and procedures that a bank employs to ensure that customers' transactions are accomplished accurately and appropriately. The first one is retail banking. Retail banking is what most people are familiar with. Several financial services firms want to be their customers' one-stop retail banking destination. However, a consumer might not utilize all of these retail banking services. The primary feature is the ability to deposit money into a checking and savings account. It is a common and secure way for people to keep their money. Furthermore, it enables them to gain value on their money. The funds rate is used to calculate the interest rate on most savings accounts. Savings and checking accounts also include a debit card, which makes it easier to withdraw funds and pay for goods and services. Individuals can obtain credit from retail banks as well. They provide credit to consumers in order for them to acquire large-scale items such as houses and automobiles. Mortgages, auto loans, and credit cards are all examples of credit extensions. Credit extension is an important aspect of the economy because it provides liquidity to every consumers, which enables the economy to grow. The services offered are savings and checking accounts, mortgages, personal loans, debit and credit cards, certificate of deposits. Some of the retail banks in the Philippines are Philippine National Bank or PNB, Bank of the Philippine Islands or BPI, Metrobank, Land Bank, Union Bank, and Banco de Oro or BDO. Another common banking operation is commercial banking. Generally speaking, commercial banks operate in the same way to retail banks, with the exception that their customers are primarily businesses. Commercial banking, also known as corporate banking, is a type of banking that provides financial services and products to businesses, corporations, institutions, and in some cases governments. Commercial banks provide commercial loans, global trade and treasury services, and other business-oriented products in addition to deposit products, such as checking and savings account. The commercial banking model is structured to maximize revenue rather than customer base. Despite having a significantly smaller number of clients than retail banks, commercial banks are typically more profitable due to their affluent clientele. The services offered are deposit banking, credit cards, loan services, treasury management, and insurance. Some of the commercial banks in the Philippines are Philippine Business Bank, AUB, Bank of Commerce, China Bank, Citibank, and East West Bank. The third one is private banking. Private banking in the Philippines entails personalized banking for high net worth individuals. Clients are treated like VIPs and are co-seated with concierge-style banking and other services. Several private banks even give aid with non-financial services such as travel, dining, and shopping. Each customer is assigned to a relationship manager or private banker to handle all matters. The private banker manages everything from complicated tasks like organizing a jumbo mortgage to mundane tasks like bill payment. Private banking, on the other hand, goes beyond certificate of deposits and secure deposit boxes to address a client's entire financial situation. Investment strategy and financial planning advice, portfolio management, customized financing options, retirement planning, and wealth transfer to future generations are examples of specialized services. Services offered are investment management, tax management, and trust and estate planning. In the Philippines, there is only one private bank, which is BDO Private Bank. It is a fully owned subsidiary of BDO Unibank and is accredited as a commercial bank. Only BDO has its own standalone banking institution for its private banking operations. Other banks, such as BPI, Metrobank, Security Bank, and Citibank, operate their private banking or wealth management operations as divisions or departments, or as a non-banking subsidiary, sister company, or affiliate company. The last is investment banking. Investment banks in general facilitate in large, complex financial transactions. If an investment banker's client is evaluating an acquisition, merger, or sale, they may give guidance on how much the company is worth and exactly how to structure a deal. Investment banks may also issue securities to raise funds for their client groups and prepare the documentation required by the Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC for a company to go public. Some of the services offered are mergers and acquisition advice. A merger or acquisition is an advantage for a growing company to broaden its horizons. Investment banking in the Philippines provides the space and aid for every corporation to enlarge through public takeovers, cross-border transactions, or international joint ventures, debts, and equity capital markets financing. Investors aren't always sure which trends will help them make more money or which will keep them from earning money. Philippine investment banks recognize the difficulties of the debt and capital markets. As a result, they assist their clients in identifying trends, comprehending the intricacies of the global market, and making wise decisions regarding their investments. Bespoke financing. Investment banks in the Philippines assist their clients in understanding the importance of appropriate financing through bespoke financing. The company, for example, may seek structured, utilized, or specialized financing. The last is investment research. This is yet another vital service provided by Philippine investment banks. Investment banks in the Philippines conduct research for their clients by employing quantitative analysis, statistical modeling, and data science. Some of the investment bank in the Philippines are PNB Capital and Investment Corporation.
Hello, good days everyone. I am Renji Mateo from Group 2. So for today's I'm going to tackle the Philippine National Bank or PNB. What is the importance, what is the mission and vision of Philippine National Bank, and also the importance of the bank. So, what is the Philippine National Bank? Philippine National Bank is one of the largest banks in the Philippines. It was established by the Philippine government on July 22, 1916, during the American era. So, the bank was acquired by Lusitan or Tycoon Lusitan after it was privatized by the government and became the first universal bank in the Philippines in 1980. After its merger with the Tan-owned Allied Bank on February 9, 2013, PNB became the largest private domestic bank in the country. To date, PNB has a total domestic footprint of 713 branches and more than 1,400 ATMs strategically located on nationwide. PNB maintains its position as the Philippine bank with the most extensive international reach, with more than 70 overseas branches, represented offices, remittance centers, and subsidiary across Asia, Europe, the Middle East, and North America. So, the history of Philippine National Bank. The Philippine National Bank was established as a government-owned banking institution on July 22, 1916. Its primary mandate was to provide financial service to the Philippine industry and agriculture, and also support the government economic development effort. On February 4, 1916, Public Act 2612 was passed by the Philippine legislature, providing for the establishment of PNB to replace the small 1 million pesos government-owned agriculture bank. PNB first head office was the Masonic Temple along Escolta, Manila, the Wall Street of the Philippines, then in the bustling district of Santa Cruz in Manila. On July 24, 1916, PNB established its first branch outside Manila in Iloilo. In 1917, PNB opened its first non-Philippine branch in the New York City, United States. The following year, established 5 more domestic branches and other outside the Philippines in Shanghai, China. Added to the history for the Philippine National Bank. In 1955, it was authorized to operate as an investment bank with the powers to own share and to issue debentures. In 1963, it established to the National Investment and Development Corporation to engage primarily and in long-term and equity financing of business ventures. PNB transferred to its new head office along Escolta in 1966 and launched the first online electronic data processing system in the entire Far East. Between 1967 and 1979, PNB continued to expand its operation by opening offices in London, Singapore, Jakarta, Honolulu, and Amsterdam. In domestic field, it is open 14 provincial branches. It was also during this period the bank started the dollar remittance program. Lastly, in 1980, PNB became the first universal bank in the country. However, it is encountered operational difficulties in the mid-80s as a result of the economic downturn triggered by the assassination for Senator Benigno S. Aquino Jr. and had to be assisted by the government in 1986. So what is the importance or what is the purpose of Philippine National Bank? PNB's principal commercial banking activities include deposit taking, lending, bill discounting, trade finance, foreign exchange dealing, funds transfer, remittance servicing, asset management, a full range of retail banking and trust services, and treasury operation through its subsidiary and affiliate. The bank also engaged in a full banking service in China and United Kingdom, banking service in Hong Kong, and number of diversified financial and related business such as remittance servicing in United States, Canada, and Hong Kong. PNB is poised to move forward to become more dynamic, innovative, and customer-focused bank. So what is the objective, mission, vision, and also the values of Philippine National Bank? For cooperative objective, Philippine National Bank is aimed to continually provide the best customers experience for the generation of Filipinos here and also the abroad. For the mission statement, we are leading dynamic Filipinos financial service group with a global presence committed to delivering a whole range of quality products and services that will create value and enrich the lives of our customers, employees, shareholders, and the communities we serve. For Vision, to be the most admired financial service organization in the country in the term of financial performance, innovativeness, customer perception, social responsibility, and the last long-term vision. So, the values for Philippine National Bank. Nakapaloob sa kanila yung mapaglingkod, service orientation, mapagkakatiwalaan, trustworthiness, mapang-akma, adaptive to change, mapang-kapwa, team orientation, mapagmalasakit, commitment, and lastly, mapagmalaki, pride. To service orientation, they're committed to deliver the possible service to their customer, proactively responding to their need and exceeding expectation as a manifestation of the value and respect that the bank holds for every single one of them. Trustworthiness. They hold sacred the consistent adherence to a strict moral and ethical code manifested through honesty, professionalism, fairness, prudence, and respect for the law. Adaptive to change. We nurture within their nature within each one of positive attitudes toward change and innovation, promoting flexibility and celebrating creativity as a driver for continuous improvement and operational excellence. Team orientation. They're committed to work together as a family united and pursuit of common goals and inspiration, valuing meritocracy and promoting the common good. Commitment. They steward not only for the bank business, but a proud the name and enduring heritage. They manifest genuine and concern the affection for the bank. Lastly, pride. They take pride in working with the bank, of being feeling a banker. Whatever task we undertake, they undertake, and this will be reflected in all action and the passion how to get things done. That's it.
Hi, I am Jerry Lucresostomo. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm gonna report what is Land Bank and its history. What is Land Bank or Land Bank of the Philippines? Land Bank of the Philippines is a government-owned bank in the Philippines with a special focus on serving the needs of farmers and fishermen. While it provides the service of universal bank, it is officially classified as a specialized government bank with a universal banking license. And here is the history or milestone in corporate existence as of December 2020. In 1963, August 8, it was the date that LBP or Land Bank of the Philippines was created under the Republic Act 3844 or Agricultural Land Reform Code to finance the acquisition and distribution of agricultural estates for discussion and release to small landholders as well as purchase of the landholding by the agricultural lessee. In 1965, adoption of bylaws and creation of Board of Trustees. And in 1965, formed the Board of Trustees with the Secretary of Finance as a chairman. In 1972, October 21, Presidential Decree 27 or Tenant Emancipation Act. It is the emancipation of tenant farmers of private agricultural lands devoted to rice and corn under a system of sharecrop or lease tenancy, whether classified as landed estate or not. In 1973, July 21, Presidential Decree 251 or Revitalizing Land Bank, because LBP was deficient and inadequate both in capitalization and organization structures to meet the implementation requirement of agrarian reform. The bank was revitalized and granted universal or expanded commercial banking powers to LBP and established LBP as the universal bank with a social mission of spurring Countryside development. In 1977, reorganization formed three major sectors such as agrarian, banking, and operation. By the way, what is agrarian? Agrarian, it is relating to cultivated land or cultivation of land, and it is similar to agricultural. Back to the topic, the main purpose of reorganization is to strengthen the operation and ensure long-term viability. In 1982, July 8, Executive Order 816 transfer of ACA to LBP to adopt an integrated approach in the provision of financial assistance to AR farmer beneficiaries, a single institution is preferred. In 1987, Executive Order 229 or CARL or Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Law created the Presidential Agrarian Council or PARC as the highest policy-making and coordinating body of the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program or CARF to ensure timely and effective delivery of the necessary support service. In 1988, June 10, Republic Act 6657 or CARL broadened the coverage of agrarian reform to include all public and private agricultural lands, including other lands of the public domain suitable for agricultural, and established LBP as the financial intermediary of the CARF or Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. In 1990, June 14, Executive Order 404 or CARF land valuation transferred the primary responsibility of determining land valuation and compensation for all lands covered under CARF from the DAR to the LBP. In 1995, February 23, Republic Act 7907 amended LBP Charter, increased authorized capitalization from 3 billion to 9 billion pesos and established LBP as an official government depository. In 1995, July 25, Executive Order 267 or CARL, National Government to issue Agrarian Reform or AR bonds to be used by LBP for land transfer payment. In 1982, August 25, increase of authorized capitalization increased to 25 billion pesos by the Department of Finance and the President of the Philippines. In 2013, March 5, extension of land banks corporate life in under the Republic Act 10374. Land banks corporate life was extended for a period of 50 years from the expiration of its original term, August 8, 2013, renewable for another 50 years. In 2016, February 4, Executive Order 198 increased the authorized capital of LBP to increase its authorized capital stocks from 25 billion pesos to 200 billion pesos. In 2016, July 27, Republic Act 10878, institutionalizing direct credit support of LBP to agrarian reform beneficiaries, small farmers, and fisher folks. LBP to allocate at least 5% of its regular loan portfolio for socialized credit to qualified small farmers, fisher folks, and agrarian reform beneficiaries or ARB. And lastly, 2020 September 11, Republic Act 11494, providing for COVID-19 response and recovery intervention and providing mechanics to accelerate the recovery of and bolsters the resiliency of the Philippine economy, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. LBP appropriated with 1 billion pesos to subsidize the payment of interest on new and existing loan SIM by LGUs from government financial institution or GFI and 27.5 billion pesos to supporting wholesale banking and equity infusion of the LBP for low-interest loans be to be extended to persons and entities engaged in industries affected by the COVID-19 pandemic.
The mission of Land Bank of the Philippines. To our clients and publics, we provide accessible and best technology solutions to deliver timely and responsive financial and support services to meet the needs of our clients, especially small farmers and fishers, micro, small and medium enterprises, countryside financial institution, local governments unit, and government agency while promoting sustainable development anchored on good governance. The vision of Land Bank of the Philippines. By 2023, Land Bank shall be the leading universal bank that promotes inclusive growth, especially in the unbanked and undeserved areas, through the delivery of innovative financial products and services powered by digital banking platform. The core values of Land Bank of the Philippines: innovation, accountability, collaboration, customer focus, excellence, social responsibility, and resilience. Innovation means generate or facilitates the solicitation of new ideas, methods, approaches based on original, novel, or conventional approaches to continuously improve financial products, service delivery, work processes that are aligned to the goals and strategy of the bank. Next one is accountability. Takes ownership of actions and decisions and conducts all business activities and financial affairs according to the highest organizational, social, ethical, and legal standards. Collaboration works together within and across boundaries to deliver results and support a positive and inclusive environment. Next is customer focus. Builds customer relationship with internal and external customers. Maintain a strong service orientation to ensure customer satisfaction. Next one is excellence. Creates and implements standards for products and services, ensuring consistency, accuracy, reliability, and effectiveness. Social responsibility. Impartial and transparent in dealing with stakeholders. Resilience. The ability to withstand or recover from difficult conditions. Land Bank of the Philippines has a service pledge. We commit to help customer grow by putting them first. Listen and understand customer needs, value customer feedback, voice, and ensure they are at the heart of everything we do. Explore ways to efficiently address customer needs and requirements. Deliver quality, accessible, reliable products and services that help achieve financial goals. Take ownership and pride in what we do. Act promptly and deliver what is promised. Delight customers by exceeding their expectation. Consistently base our performance on the highest standard of ethics and excellence and serve with competence, professionalism, and utmost respect at all the times.
Development Bank of the Philippines. In the Philippines, development financing institutions play a pivotal role in the quest for sustainable growth and development, and at the helm of the country march towards progress is the Development Bank of the Philippines as the country premier development financing institution. Its primary objective is to provide banking service principally to cater to the medium and long-term needs of agricultural and industrial enterprises on small and medium-scale industry. Development Bank of the Philippines has taken upon itself strategic task of the influencing and accelerating sustainable economic growth through the provision of resources for the continued well-being of the Filipino people. This is promoting the entrepreneurship, particularly in the countryside, helping build more productive communities, advancing environmental protection, and contributing to the improvement of lives of Filipino across the nation. Development Bank of the Philippines ideal state that the organization wish to achieve. This is a vision. The vision is by 2022 a 1 trillion bank capable of supporting and spreading development in the half of the Philippine countryside. By 2040, DBP will be a world-class infrastructure and development financial institution and proven catalyst for a progressive and prosperous Philippines. Yung una, 1 trillion bank support rural area. Tapos yung DBP, magiging pang world-class infrastructure. Ang mission naman ay to support infrastructure development, responsible entrepreneurship, efficient social service and protection of the environment, to work for raising the level of competitiveness for economy for sustainable growth, to promote and maintain the highest standard of good governance. DBP support projects directed at laying the infrastructure for growth in priority sectors, namely transportation and logistics, environment, social service and community development, and small and medium enterprises. Accelerated lending is also channeled to the public sector, principally local government units, water district, and electric cooperatives. History. DBP's history can be tracked back during the Commonwealth, when the early infrastructure for development financing has laid by the government. If you can see the picture, ang early years of DBP. Tapos yung headquarters po ngayon ay sa Makati. Tapos the Development Bank of Philippines were organized. It established after World War II in 1947 on the government efforts through its mandate to rebuild the country war-torn infrastructure.
My name is Ang Joshua Jacob. The DBP as a major recipient of multilateral and bilateral international funds for official development assistance. DBP's development trusts are focused on economic, compromising, and program type leading to strategic to sectors of the country are supposed to official development assistance or ODA programs and grants. So let's talk about the organization of DBP. DBP's affairs and business are directed, its properties are managed and preserved, and its corporate powers are exercised by a board of directors comprised of 9 members appointed by the President of the Philippines, and also the chairman, the president, and members of the board of directors are appointed for a 1-year term or until their successors are appointed. The DBP presidents shall, among other things, execute, carry out, and administer the board's approved policies, measures, orders, and resolutions, direct and supervise the bank's operations and administration, and exercise such other powers and perform such other functions or duties as may be assigned to him by law or by the board from time to time. Some values of DBP is integrity, honesty, truthfulness, transparency, excellence, competence, dedication to work, and professionalism, teamwork, harmony, cooperation, and synergy, service to other, customers-oriented, and love for the Filipinos, also love of country and its people everywhere.
Good day everyone, my name is Rainy P. Paloma. I'm going to discuss Philippine Islamic Bank. What is Amana Islamic Bank? There is only one Islamic bank in the country at the moment, which is the state-owned Al-Amana Islamic Investment Bank. It is a subsidiary of Development Bank of the Philippines and created by a decree in 1973. Republic Act 1149. envisioned to facilitate the development of Islamic financing in the country by allowing other domestic and foreign Islamic banking players, either full-fledged Islamic banks or Islamic banking windows to operate. Role of Islamic Bank. Islamic banking seeks to promote the ideals of prosperous society and stable economy. It offers a commercially viable finance based on the values of fairness, ethics, and compassion. Is Al-Amana Islamic Bank is a government bank. The Al-Amana Islamic Investment Bank of the Philippines, with a capital of 1 billion pesos. Between 1990 and 2007, the bank was under the supervision of Bureau of the Treasury. The bank was sold to another government-owned bank, the Development Bank of the Philippines, in 2008. The primary purpose of the Islamic Bank shall be to promote and accelerate the socio-economic development of the autonomous region by performing banking, financing, and investment operations, and to establish and participate in agricultural, commercial, and industrial ventures based on the Islamic concept of banking.